So tomorrow's energy looks like a day where you need to check your patterns at the door, reevaluate things and see, am I repeating these cycles that are not working for me? Happy Thursday, everyone. This is a timeless message for checking the energy for the next day on setting intentions. Now, when the cards came out, we were seeing this pattern behavior, right? The message that came through was if you keep repeating the same thing, you're going to get the same results, right? We know that saying, we've heard that many times. And for some of the collective, again, only take what resonates, leave the rest at the door. If it doesn't at all resonate, leave it all. But for some of the collective, you guys are going to be feeling like you're repeatedly getting the same outcome. And what the message is coming through is you need to check, are you repeating patterns that are just not working for you? And it could be that you're just not seeing it. Maybe you need to take pause because this is really going to set you back on moving forward in the things that you need to do in your life. And this is also going to add a level of anxiety because you're wondering to yourself, why does this keep repeating? Why did these types of things keep happening? Or why is it that every time that I go into these particular environments, I get these types of outcomes or around these types of people, and I seem to get the same type of responses? Well, maybe you need to reevaluate things tomorrow. So when you're setting your intentions, keep those things in mind. And for some of you, this could look like an apology in a sense of giving yourself some grace and realizing that you just weren't aware enough of what these patterns were in your life. And it might, right now I'm receiving a strong message of you might be having an eye-opening moment tomorrow. You might be realizing like, wait a minute, I've been doing the same thing. Or I didn't even realize that I kept repeating the same pattern and keep going into the same cycle. And you're just not understanding yourself. But tomorrow you may be feeling the energy of aha moment. I now understand what it is I am doing in my life, and I need to change this up because it is causing unnecessary anxiety and stress in my life. And this is giving you another chance to recalibrate, to now enter into the zone of better understanding what works for you and what is going to put you in a better trajectory in your life. And the other thing that came out, good health. Be sure that you are paying attention to any health concerns. Make sure you're eating well the next day. You might be feeling like you want to dive into that sugary junk that you have in the cabinet. Maybe tomorrow is not the day to do that. And also look for synchronicities. Believe in the magic that is within you. I always think of the magician card in the tarot deck. Believe that you are able to manifest those things in your life that you want. You have control over your life. Once you understand that deeply about yourself, nobody else can penetrate and affect you in those negative ways. And a lot of this pattern behavior is what I'm receiving right now, is that it could be stuff that's been established and conditioned into you since you were young. These are types of patterns that allow people to be comfortable with the outcomes that they want you producing. But the times are changing. You are now producing outcomes that benefit you, not anyone else. So believe in, you are the magician, right? You are the one who can change the course of things in your life. Nobody else can do that. And celebrate yourself tomorrow. Be sure to realize how far you've come. See that in yourself. See the progress that you've made, because you deserve to be celebrated. And if nobody else is celebrating you, celebrate yourself. You don't need to rely on other people to magnify you. You magnify yourself. And then we have the third party perspective that came out for the neuro linguistics. And I love this card because it's about finding that common ground in conflict. Imagine yourself mediating between two parties, you and the other person. What would the neutral observer suggest as a fair resolution? This approach depersonalizes the conflict and opens the door to compromise. When I saw this card, I thought to myself, this is the perfect example of looking at your own patterns, being able to step outside and really look at, what am I doing that seems to be putting me on repeat with my outcomes? And it could be a little thing. It could be habits that you're doing in your day that you're realizing are just slowing you down, or putting negative outcomes that just keep running on repeat. And we are entering, tomorrow is Friday. For those of you watching this when this is posted, this is timeless, so it doesn't matter. But you're entering the weekend. Maybe it's time to shift things in your life. So step outside of yourself and really evaluate how things are running in your life. And this weekend might be the weekend that you need to change things up. Then the angel number that came out was 740, new connections. And I love this too, because it's always good to look out for new people in your life that are going to help influence you in all the right ways. It's important to keep that open mind because people are showing up in your life who reflect the goals you've been putting forth into the universe. That's another thing. If you are following bad patterns and implementing things that do not give you the outcomes that you're looking for, keep an open mind as to who you are connecting with. Who are those people influencing your sphere? Meet them and open yourself up to what they have to teach you about life and yourself. People around you can teach you a lot about who you are and the priorities that you have in your life. Demonstrate that your heart and mind are open to new connections by following up with a new friend at some point today. I mean, I made a new friend recently and I plan to touch base with her this weekend and just say, hey, how are things going? Super wonderful person. You know, these are important things to do. Keep your mind open. I know it's easier to hermit and hide yourself and be like, I don't need this. I've never had good outcomes with some friends in my past. But here it is. Open your mind. Be open to those connections because you will meet amazing people in your life. And 347 health. And again, we saw right good health here. So health is going to be important when you're looking at setting your intentions for the next day. Be aware, health, take care of your health. There is an urging from your angels to take seriously a health matter that you have let fall by the wayside. How you treat your body is important. So tomorrow when you're dealing with your day, really pay attention to your health. Have you been addressing everything that you need to address? It could be minor things or major things, whatever it is, because it shows you self love and care. Reflect now on what you've been avoiding. Make a doctor's appointment or address your concerns that you've been putting off. I know health is a stressor, right? Health is one of those things that a lot of times we don't want to deal with because it can be a lot, right? And especially for a lot of us, going to the doctor is anxiety inducing and we just rather not know. For some people, it can be like that, but it's better you address it because it can balloon. Learn from me, right? You all know my story. I put everybody's priorities first in 2024 and 2025, and I paid for it dearly by mid 2025. And through this year, I have been paying dearly, 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 but I'm getting on course. I am healing, and I'm so grateful and blessed that I had this experience because it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about not neglecting myself and always making sure to prioritize myself. So please, please, please prioritize yourself and use your intuition. I love this word, intuition. See, hear, know, feel. This is so important because there are different methods of following your intuition. All of them are correct. You have to trust what leads you in the right direction. Trust your intuition. You know what you need in your life. And when you lean into that and trust it, it will make your life such a blessing. You may read the rising smoke or peer into the darkened mirror. You may pull cards and cast runes. These divinatory practices are not your intuition, but tools to tap into it. It's like when I pull these cards, it taps into my intuition, right? Be sure to give credit to the real source here, you. Be confident, be assured. You can trust your intuition. Do not question it. Do you understand me? Trust it. Some people will blare their intuition for an uncomfortable outcome. Remember that your intuition is not here to soothe you or keep you cozy. No, it's not. It is here to show you what is right for your best interest. And I want you in preparation for the next day to ask yourself these questions. Are you trusting yourself or are you forcing the answer? When you're looking at your patterns tomorrow and you're looking at your health, trust yourself. Don't try to force an answer that somebody else has embedded in your mind. Trust your own intuition. Ask yourself, how was your spirit guiding you before pulling cards? Before you pulled the cards, if you do pull cards, trust your intuition. Have you been ignoring the signs? When you're seeing synchronicities, when you see certain people coming into your life saying certain things that make you go, are you ignoring those things or are you trusting those signs? It's time you trust those signs because they tell you a message. They are very important to pay attention to, not to get obsessive about, but to pay attention to because they are signals, they are messages that you need to hear. All right, everyone. I wish you a lot of luck on setting your intentions the next day. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and do subscribe for future energy checks and shadow work readings and channeled messages and whatever it is that I put out here. And I do have other channels that you can check in the description below that has different content. And definitely one of the things I wanted to mention is grounding. I do have a grounding video that's like a guide on my um, Flow Society channel, and that's down below as well. And check that out because that is immensely helpful if you're looking for a guide to assist you in grounding yourself each day. I highly, highly suggest that. It is very important to do that. Make sure you're grounded. All right, everybody. I wish you immense blessings and luck, and take care.